Welcome back, friends. It's Sunday. My last upload was about a pending global economic collapse that we're pretty much on the brink of. I'll leave a link to that video down below. Hope everybody was able to have a relaxing weekend. Today is going to be a philosophical Sunday. Really focused mostly on censorship, and I feel like most people have a general idea of what that means. Google defines censorship as the suppression or prohibition of any parts of books, films, news, or any obscene, politically unacceptable items that are potentially a threat to security. Now, interestingly enough, we're going to visit the ACLU website and we're going to see how they define censorship. The ACLU defines censorship as the suppression of words, images, or ideas that are offensive. It happens whenever some people succeed in imposing their political, personal, moral values. Censorship can be carried out by the government as well as private pressure groups, or, our focus of the day will be social media censorships. And censorship by the government is constitutional, as noted by the ACLU. So that's pretty interesting, those variances of defining what censorship is. And my own personal views about it, we're setting a really dangerous precedent by eliminating diversity of thought. So what do I mean by that? A lot of you know Andrew Tate. He's a really famous boxer. He has some controversial views and opinions, and things that he's said about women. But on the other side, there is a lot of people that are drawn to his business philosophy, his motivational mindset. So he's a controversial character. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people do like him. But what's interestingly happening, and we saw this with Donald Trump also. I'm not a supporter of either one of these people, but objectively speaking, when you start to target certain types of dialogue or target certain thoughts or ideas to deplatform or to remove their medium to share those thoughts, or maybe connect with people that share like-minded thoughts, even if the vast majority find those ideas or philosophies unpopular, it's a dangerous precedent because we're silently relinquishing our rights. And I feel like a lot of people simply do not grasp how, like, allowing social medias to deplatform people or, permanently ban them from whatever the platform is. By allowing these companies to do this, to take these kinds of drastic actions against unpopular opinions or unpopular ideas, setting a very precedent for the future for when whatever the norm is at that time, when it shifts, when it changes as it does through time, you've already allowed them, you've already given them the right to ban or to deplatform you if your idea is out of the norm, or if your philosophy is not a popular opinion. And don't get me wrong, I definitely do think social media should be monitored, and when there's people that are spreading hatred or actively an actual threat or things like that, or they're planning horrible events and things of that nature, that should absolutely be addressed, and it is pretty closely monitored by the federal bureaus, and a lot of law enforcement agencies do have a lot of active data monitoring, if you will. But what I'm talking about is just when a lot of people don't necessarily like what you have to say, or there's a move to completely silence certain ideologies I think that's a very dangerous trajectory. It's a very dangerous path, and it's a very dangerous, set of conditions to just be a part of a society that, is actively advocating and actively relinquishing their rights and advocating for the rights of others to be taken away. It is really astounding how this isn't really understood, and it's not really recognized by a lot of people. It's like, oh well, they'll celebrate that Andrew Tate and Donald Trump were removed from social medias because they can't stand them, and they think in their head, oh, this is a great thing. This they can't spread their ideologies anymore. Well, it's not really a great thing, because it comes back to that, the importance of diversity of thought. I don't like this groupthink direction that society is going in, and it's just another pillar in the Great Reset of global political social censorship. And it's much easier to take your rights when there's no resistance to it, right? So right now, these ideologies that are more conservative, that are maybe more pushing for like traditional roles, traditional gender roles and things like that, while that may be the unpopular opinion right now, by allowing social medias to remove the freedom of speech that's protected under the Constitution, by banning you, by taking that away, because it's not popular right now, it's setting that precedent for later down the line when, the masses, we're going to have the unpopular opinion when we're, enslaved. And it's a dangerous direction that we're going. And I just wanted to share that. Not a market video, just an observational video. We're here to evolve, guys. So until next time.